Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video for We Go podcast, aka What Else is Going On podcast. I'm so glad to have you here. So, for those of you that have been watching, y'all know that I do my little ride share gigs and all that stuff. So I dipped home real quick to make this video. When I'm riding, stuff will come across my mobile desk. I'll call my mobile office desk, if you will, and I'll see it, in between rides and what have you. And sometimes I'm not always near home. So I'm really tempted to start making car videos for when I am, because I'm on the road a lot for now. Um, but I decided to dip off real quick and come home and make this video because there are some things that I wanted to talk to y'all about. All right, first up, I don't know quite what is going on in this world here that we are living in. So I talked yesterday about the mom who had her 5-year-old daughter waxing some of her clients. She had a hair removal business and she was bragging on social media about it. And in turn, people that saw it reached out to the police department. I know as of a couple of days ago, the mother was still in custody. I'm not sure if she is now or not. But I came across this and I had to show y'all this. So let me read it to y'all. So the caption, it's from Madame Noir. Detroit aunt goes viral following arrest for allowing toddler to drive nieces and nephews to hang outside moving vehicle. It says the Detroit aunt is going viral and catching much heat online after a video showed her allowing children to hang out of her vehicle's window and a toddler to drive while sitting on her lap. She's now facing child abuse charges, Fox 2 Detroit reported. I'm not sure how to say her name. Ashjanaria Virginia Towson filmed herself in her vehicle along with her 5-year-old nephew and 9 and 10-year-old nieces who were hanging outside of the car windows and screaming instead of being safely strapped in the car on February the 10th. In the same video, a toddler was seen sitting in her lap with his hands controlling the wheel, unaware that if an accident were to happen, the child could be severely harmed by the airbag because of his closeness to the wheel. The video made rounds on social media and eventually police got involved. Detroit Police Chief James White took action and Towson was arrested on Monday, February 19th. She's facing a second-degree child abuse charge, which is punishable by no more than 10 years of imprisonment for a first offense. Towson is also facing a driving charge. Okay, y'all, I'm learning, so bear with me. I'm going to try to share my screen so y'all can see this wild video. I mean, it is insane. So hold on. Let's see if we can share this screen here. All right, I don't know why it's asking me for all kinds of stuff. All right, I want y'all to see this. Wait, can y'all hear it? Hold on, y'all can't hear it. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. Give me a moment to see because I want y'all to hear how crazy this sounds. There we go. All right. Oh, it's still not sharing. All right, y'all, I'm going to figure it out. I really wanted y'all to see it. But basically, it's the video showing the little girl just spinning, the little girl driving, and it's the toddler niece on her lap. And then she has her 9 and 10-year-old nieces sitting in the window, hanging out. I'm going to see if I can put the link in the description box. I'll figure out how to do that. But it is crazy. It's the craziest thing. I'm like, how in your mind? So picture you're in a car, right? In a 4-door car, and the windows are down in the back. And let's say you get in and you're sitting in the back seat, and then you kind of turn and lift your butt to sit in the window part while your legs are still in the car part. And the grown aunt, has a toddler on her lap, and they're just driving, and the kids are, I guess, having the time of their lives. So I'm going to definitely put this link in the box so y'all can see it. Now, what annoys me and pisses me off is that I played around with the screen share yesterday. And yesterday I was able to get the sound and all that. So Yeah, that's pissing me off a little bit. But I'm going to put it in because I want y'all to see it. So I'm going to read the rest of what was said. So this is what so after the Detroit police chief, James White, took action, he said the following: looking at it, I was fearful for the kids' safety, number one, but it's outrageous. White told Fox 2 Detroit. As you saw with one of the kids, it looked like the child was about to lose her balance in one of the turns. This could have been disastrous. He added, we put together a safety plan, contact Child Protective Services, and we're confident that the children are not in any danger. The aunt spoke out to clarify some things. She said, I want to clear up that I'm remorseful. First of all, I'd like to say that I've already apologized to the parents of the kids, Towson said. I do regret letting them hang out of the window. I definitely do feel sorry for that because it could have went badly. The disgraced aunt continued, my family is willing to vouch. They are ready to go to war behind me and do whatever it takes to show that I'm a great auntie. She stated that she was only going 2 miles per hour. None of the children were hurt. People weighed in on it, with many bashing the aunt, while others saw nothing wrong since their family members didn't with them. I mean, yeah, not safe, but my uncle used to let us ride in the vet while he did donuts. I was like 8. A time was had. IDK wouldn't do it with mine, but we had a ball. Somebody else said, I'm going to say it again. People got to put these phones down. This tech got people hypnotized. They be snitching on themselves, trying to go viral. Another one said, the fact that she thought it was a good idea to film it, post it, and do an interview about it lets me know everything I need to know, WTF. And then another person, my dad used to put me on his lap and drive side streets, but hanging out the window, question mark, exclamation mark, they could fall. Glad they're all okay. I hope she doesn't do it again and learns her lesson. That's what I'm saying. Like, what would make you post that and think in your mind that it even looks, first of all, it's not okay, but that it even looks remotely okay? I wish y'all could see. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all have to click the link in the description to see those kids hanging out that window like that. And for her to say she was only going 2 miles per hour, the car could have been sitting still and one of them lost their balance, fell on the road and cracked their skull. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter that you were only going 2 miles an hour. And then for her to say her family will go to war behind her to prove that she's a good auntie. I don't get it. I don't get it. Lord, do something with your children. I'm telling you that when I saw that video, and I remember growing up sitting in the pickup trucks, and the back of the pickup truck, the little hump in the back, you sitting on it, you riding on the back, sitting up front, when you were little. These girls were 9 and 10 hanging out of a window while the aunt and her toddler family member were driving. Insane. Next up, another article that I saw on Madame Noir. You better be careful who you have dealings with. I was just listening to, is her name Reese? I can't think of the last name. Was it Risa Teese or Reese? I'm up to part 26 in her story about her husband and basically what happened with them. Although up to part 26 so far, it's like she hasn't got scammed as far as money and stuff, but he's a scammer. The red flags. And I was like, all that happened in a year. Y'all met in March and had moved in together in April because of lockdown. Like, it's a lot. I'm sure y'all have heard about it. But so I'm listening to that. This is so funny while I'm picking up passengers or what have you. And a lot of them are like, oh, what part is that? What part is that? What part is that on? And we were talking about it or what have you. So I'm listening to that. And then during one of my breaks, I was checking my email and I saw this Madame Noir article. And I said, you have got to be so careful. So jilted judge allegedly shoots estranged ex-boyfriend in the face following nasty breakup. Magisterial District Judge Sonia M. McKnight has been charged with attempted and aggravated for allegedly shooting her ex-boyfriend Michael McCoy inside his Dauphin County home. According to a press release on February 15th, the Cumberland County that's funny, the part of Jersey I grew up in was Cumberland County. The Cumberland County District Attorney's Office approved a criminal complaint to charge McKnight, 57, for allegedly shooting McCoy in the early hours of February 10th inside his home located on Saddle Ridge in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the county seat of Dauphin. McKnight, who was elected judge of Dauphin County in 2016, allegedly pow-powed him in the head while he was sleeping in bed. The bullet punctured McCoy on the right side of his face and traveled through his eyes, exiting the left side of his face. According to the release, the bullet wound caused him to go partially blind in one eye. On Thursday, McKnight, give me a second, y'all. On Thursday, McKnight, who represents the 12th Judicial District in Dauphin County, was taken into custody by the Susquehanna Police Department. She was arraigned before Dauphin County President Judge Scott Arthur Evans, and bail was set at $300,000. The judge is being held at the Dauphin County Central Booking Center until her hearing, which is set for February the 26th. So what happened? Authorities believe a nasty breakup between McKnight and McCoy led to the alleged incident, according to an arrest affidavit obtained by the Associated Press. Following his breakup with the judge, McCoy, 54, made several attempts to get McKnight to leave his home. Despite confiscating McKnight's keys to his residence, McCoy returned home on Friday, February 9th, to discover McKnight lounging on his couch in pajamas, having utilized a spare key to gain entry while he was at work. So basically, he's like, they break up, you got to go, I need you to get out, run me that key back. He leaves, comes home, and she is in the house, not only sitting on the couch, child, but in pajamas watching TV. Frustrated, McCoy told McKnight that he would seek assistance from her mother to help her vacate the premises. Then he left the home to go to a nearby bar, the affidavit noted. Michael McCoy stated that it was like she finally understood that it was over, the authorities said. McCoy returned home around 11 p.m. and went to bed. Y'all, this part is crazy. But he woke hours later with an intense headache and could not see. As he cried out in agony, McKnight allegedly shouted, "Mike, what did you do to yourself?" The judge dialed 911 shortly before 1 a.m. to report her now ex-boyfriend's excruciating pain and sudden blindness. Yet she claimed she couldn't provide an explanation for the incident. She stated that she was asleep and only heard his screams, the affidavit noted. However, McCoy told authorities at the scene and later at the hospital that he did not pow himself. Ultimately, investigators discovered that the firearm used in the powing was registered under McKnight's name. Additionally, an examination conducted within an hour of the incident revealed gun residue on McKnight's hands. This is a judge. She didn't think that they would find out that the weapon was registered to her and that they wouldn't think to check her hands for residue. This isn't McKnight's first powing offense. According to Penn Live in 2019, McKnight went on voluntarily paid leave after she reportedly shot her estranged husband. I meant to say powed, but after she reportedly powed her estranged husband out of self-defense on May 10th, 2019. The bullet wound punctured her ex-husband's groin. She returned to the bench in June of that year. So she powed the ex in 2019, allegedly self-defense, and it punctured his groin. And now, excuse me, y'all, she has powed the ex-boyfriend. When you go back and think, here, her ex broke up with her, the ex-boyfriend, not the ex-husband, broke up with her. You got to leave the house. Takes her spare key, comes home, sees her sitting on the couch in pajamas, and is like, look, it's over. If you don't go, I'm going to call your mama, get your mom to help you get up out of here. He leaves and goes to a bar. Clearly comes home and doesn't see her and wakes up in excruciating pain and can't see. This woman has powed him in his head. Like it says that it went through the side of his head, right? And hit his eye. I'm trying to see where, okay, here it is. It says the bullet punctured McCoy on the right side of his face and traveled through his eyes, exiting the left side of his face. According to the release, the bullet wound caused him to go partially blind in one eye. She had been trying to take that man out of here all because they broke up, which to me goes, it's so scary. You have got to be so diligent and so careful. But then again, somebody could put on a facade for years. If I broke up with somebody and told them, you got to go run me my key, I need you up out of here, and came home and they sitting on my couch in their pajamas, I don't know. I wonder what led to the breakup. It doesn't go into all that, but I'm guessing she ain't gonna be no judge no more after this, and she don't have to voluntarily walk away. I believe they said, you're done. You're done. I mean, as of right now, she's still in custody. So, woo, child. Next story. This story is so sad to me. Shout out to the official WeGo correspondent, my boo Carlos Harris, who sent this to me. I just, in life, it's like you strive to be able to do the things you want to do, whether it's in your career, in life, have money, a house, a car. You want to enjoy your life, right? And then it's like you get to that point, and then life happens. So let's talk about Auntie Wendy. According to page 6, Wendy Williams, 59, diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. So let's go ahead on here. It says, Wendy Williams has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia as well as aphasia, her team announced Thursday morning. As Wendy's fans are aware, in the past, she has been open with the public about her medical struggles with Graves' disease and lymphedema, as well as other significant challenges related to her health. The press release explained that the former Wendy Williams show host underwent a battery of tests in 2023 after her memory started to fail and she began to lose words and act erratically. Doctors concluded Wendy's struggle were due to these neurodegenerative diseases. And then it goes back to, let me go. Frontotemporal dementia, FTD, is a group of disorders that occur when nerve cells in the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain are lost, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine. FTD can affect your behavior, personality, language, and movement. Receiving a diagnosis has enabled Wendy to receive the medical care she requires, the statement said. The decision to share this news was difficult and made after careful consideration, not only to advocate for understanding and compassion for Wendy, but to raise awareness about aphasia and frontotemporal dementia and support the thousands of others facing similar circumstances. The press release assured fans that the former shock jock is still able to do many things for herself and has maintained her trademark sense of humor. Wendy, who remains in an undisclosed treatment center where her family claims they've been unable to reach her, has been receiving the care she needs to make sure she is protected, this statement read. She is appreciative of the many kind thoughts and good wishes being sent her way. The disclosure of Williams' diseases, from which famed actor Bruce Willis also suffers, comes ahead of the release of Lifetime's documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? Filmed over the course of 2 years and executive produced by Williams, the 2-part documentary will dive into the media personality's declining health and alcoholism, all of which contributed to her being placed under a court-ordered guardianship in 2022. Fans first became concerned with Williams' health when she collapsed on air during her daytime talk show's Halloween episode in 2017. A year later, she pegged the incident to her Graves' disease diagnosis, but not long after that admission, she copped to living in a sober house to treat her alcoholism. Although she was sober for a while, the former radio host relapsed and checked back into rehab multiple times throughout 2022 and 2023. We've spoken about it. Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., shared with the U.S. Sun last summer of his mother's addiction issues. I've said this is the one thing where you don't know how to approach it normally, and that's fine. That's fine. And it's gotten to a point where, yes, it could have that effect that it might be fatal because it affects her way worse than a normal person since it stays in her system. Kevin Jr., 23, further claimed that Williams' team began exploiting her while she was under the influence, despite having the financial guardian put in place after her bank, Wells Fargo, argued that she was an incapacitated person. The How You Doing host previously has been vocal about her disapproval of the guardian. Please be advised that Wendy is not in agreement with the appointment of a financial guardian by the court. Wendy has been very clear that she does not want a financial guardian to tell her that what she can and cannot do with her money, her former publicist shared, adding that Williams felt capable of hiring her own team who would work for her and not the court. Williams remains under the guardianship and sobbed in the trailer for the forthcoming documentary about how she has no money. As soon as I saw the headline, her being diagnosed with that, I immediately thought of Bruce Willis, and then they ended up mentioning him in the article. Prayers up to him and his family, you know, for having to go through that, and prayers up to Wendy, just sending all the love and support. It just, sometimes you look at life and you're like, why, but also sometimes some of the decisions we make regarding our bodies, play a part in our later years. I just hope that wherever she's at, I wanted to say at peace, but that doesn't seem like the right word to say. You know what I mean? I mean, she's worked so hard. I feel like she should be enjoying these years. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Just my heart. And like I said, prayers. It sounds so trite, right? To say my thoughts and prayers, but my heart and my thoughts and prayers truly are with Wendy and her family, because I cannot imagine that this is an easy time, and not being able to do the thing that you love. I can't even imagine. So y'all, that's all I have for now. Hopefully I will be back later, and I will talk to y'all soon. Oh, make sure if you have not, please like, comment, share the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you are not subscribed to the podcast, please head on over to wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Amazon, Apple. Type in what else is going on. It'll pop up. My face will pop up with Taria S. Faison, and subscribe to the podcast as well. Talk to y'all later. See ya.